Hello and welcome to Athens, Georgia, the classic city and a classic day for college football. The atmosphere absolutely exhilarating as the Georgia Bulldogs set to tee it up at Sanford Stadium to start this season. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Lsu Tigers, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. These two conferences have been tied together for years through the Sugar Bowl, a little testiness with the whole Texas-Oklahoma thing, and now the rivalry on the field between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Yeah, and conference realignments played a big factor, too, between these two conferences. Think back to when Texas A&M and Missouri joined the SEC. So this is always a fun one to watch, David. Wide-open offense from the Big 12, and then you get the physicality and the speed from the SEC.
I think you nailed it right there. Two totally different worlds. They live in different worlds all the time. One is pitchy, woo-woo, throw it around all over the yard. The other one, physicality. Which style can present itself today and win the ball game?
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The quarterback just needs to settle down. He looks like he's just too excited right now. He had his receiver wide open down the field and just put way too much mustard on that throw, overthrowing an open guy. That should have been 6.
Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. Bulls his way forward. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run. established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
I can't believe what I'm watching.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Just a simple power play. Power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth-quarter game. Make them feel you. Keep them off balance.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. They'll try to sneak it. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, he looks short on that play, and the quarterback sneak is such an easy play, and you trust it because the quarterback gets the ball right away, but that defensive line was having none of it. Failed 4th down. Big-time stop for this defense.
Gonna run it. It's Durham. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh my, he just shanked that one. Didn't get quite as much as they had hoped out of that one, and the offense will be in business. I think they're going to mark it around the 40-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Using his legs, it's Frazier. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. And he rushes it right through the upright. It's good from 59. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. He reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Kind of in that in-between spot here. Long field goal. Can't really punt it from here, so they'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He'll do it himself. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's loose. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. He now has 56 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Let's see if he can find some room behind the left tackle. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Leaves it with the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Going up top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw. Going over the top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I think it's really hard to overthrow that guy. He is already that fast, and he breaks open, and you have an opportunity just to club up a little bit. Just put a little bit more air underneath that and let the speedster run underneath it and make you look like a hero, but, oh boy, it's kind of the opposite.
Running to the left. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete to the right. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He'll take a deep shot here. Snags it, and he will score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Rashada. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra something. We see it all across college football. You find that dude at the quarterback spot, it takes you from good to great, and you've seen that with Georgia over the last several seasons.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. He's looking downfield to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the return, it's Anderson. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This is a game of swings and momentum and a great opportunity here after scoring on the last drive, getting a stop, and now you have the football back.
They're playing well right now in all three phases, and they're complementing each other. So now, David, it's up to the offense here. It's up to this quarterback to lead this offense down the field to get a score.
Yeah, and to stay aggressive, to understand we've had success, we got this going the right way. Now I don't need to change anything. Go back to your go-to plays. That's now got you some momentum back in your favor.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Still on his feet. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Back to pass, it's Collins. Going to try to get it himself. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
You just feel like throughout the course of this game, this guy's just going to have to make plays like this, right? Things aren't always going to be perfect, and protection's not going to be ideal. You're going to have to play with some effort, make some scrambles, make some things happen when plays break down, and at least try to put your offense in good positions. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but now he makes this decision a little more interesting here on 4th.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. Got a lot of running room. 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
We may have a situation here. You might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Little. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Off the play fake on first down. Lets it fly. It's complete. A huge pickup. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Dances away. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Tigers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different looking football game.
On the option, he'll toss it. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're looking for an advantage to the right. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. Looking for space. It's Durham. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
To the ground with the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Now they'll run it to the right here. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down. LSU right back to the line. They'll give it to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He'll try the left side. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that 1st score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
Fair catch called for and made. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Oh, look out! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. That's caught. It's Evans. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clock, so good job by the offense finding a little bit of space to get the first down.
And the Dogs are moving quickly down the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Inside the 25. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. LSU quick to the line.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense. And you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play.
He's going for it all. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. What a play he made. Makes the interception, then takes it back to the 36.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Looking to throw. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it out. It's Little. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not...
Makes the grab on the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory, now 1st and 10 from their own 45. Going to take a shot at this DB. He caught it. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, LSU!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Can't get him to the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Still on his feet at the 45. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll immediately call timeout. The Bulldogs have this offense rolling. Quarterback checking the play. Going up top on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide out in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you. You're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The Dogs with the 1st and 10.
Boys, let's finish strong.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Georgia.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the tailback. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute.
He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson.
Listen, the defense gave up a couple of yards, but they're happy to give that up because they know the clock is still ticking. They're trying to bleed this thing. If you want to throw it over the middle of the field inbounds, they'll give that to you all day.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. He'll try to do it himself. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down.
Well, and you can tell the QB, he drops back and he wants to throw the football. He wants to push it downfield, try to get the 1st down. Couldn't do it. Nobody was open, couldn't find anybody, took off to scramble. Great job by the defense reacting to it, getting him on the ground, stopping him short of the 1st down.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
There was a massive missed opportunity failing on that 4th down, so they're trailing. There's a little bit less than 3 minutes to go here. Their defense has got to be able to get the ball back here quickly for them to have any shot.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run, so now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Motion from the offense. Pulls it in. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. With jet sweep pass. Keeps the legs moving. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They've put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And with that takeaway, the defense has just left the door open just enough maybe for their team to come back. They needed a takeaway badly here late in the game, and they got it. Let's see if the offense can respond and seize this momentum.
On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game. But the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly...
He lets it fly. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Looking to move it through the air. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
They want to just keep throwing it. That pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affected the football.
Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Running back goes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's past the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.